Hello and welcome to YNWA Transfer News, your ultimate source for all Liverpool FC transfer news. Our first news is this.
Guehi opens up on failed Liverpool transfer ahead of January window. Marc Guehi has opened up on his failed transfer to Liverpool in the summer and insists he is focused on Crystal Palace. Liverpool agreed a £35 million deal to sign Guehi on transfer deadline day, with the defender undergoing medical tests with the Premier League champions. However, Palace cancelled the transfer after failing to sign a suitable replacement in time. Guehi's contract at Selhurst Park expires in the summer and the England international is expected to be this. Object of transfer interest again next month. Liverpool remained interested in signing the 25-year-old, while clubs in Europe can approach Guehi on a pre-contract agreement in January. The centre-back has continued to impress despite the uncertainty. He scored the winner at Fulham on Sunday, as Palace climbed up to fourth in the Premier League table, discussing how he has dealt with the collapse of a summer transfer. Guehi said it has not been difficult, with his full focus on success. With the Eagles, I think everyone has this perception and idea that it was difficult. It actually wasn't difficult, he told Sky Sports. It wasn't difficult at all because when you're focused on what's the most important thing, it becomes easy. I know that God has a plan for me, and whatever that plan will come into fruition at some point. But the goal and the focus has always been playing football and trying to do that the best I can, and fortunate for me I get to do it with people like Max and LaCroix. Liverpool ready to sell Ibrahima Konate for bargain price as form dips. It's claimed Liverpool is willing to listen to offers for Ibrahima Konate in the upcoming January transfer window. As things stand, the 26-year-old defender will enter the final 6 months of his contract at Anfield after Christmas. He will be allowed to speak to overseas clubs about signing a pre-contract agreement from January, potentially completing a free transfer next summer. There's still a chance Konate will sign a new long-term contract with Liverpool rather than seek a transfer away from Merseyside. The Frenchman was linked with a move to Real Madrid, but it's believed the Spanish team is no longer interested in signing him yet. According to Football Insider, Liverpool is willing to sell Konate in January to avoid losing the defender on a free transfer next summer. It's claimed the Reds will accept an offer of around £15 million, $20 million for the player. It's believed that Bayern Munich and Manchester City are among those keeping an eye on Konate's situation. Anfield, central defense is a huge concern for Liverpool. Virgil van Dijk has struggled for form this season and will turn 35 next July, while Joe Gomez has managed just 251 appearances for the Reds during his 10.5-year spell at the club due to injury. Giovanni Leone was signed during the summer, but he suffered an anterior cruciate ligament ACL injury on his debut and won't play again this season. Konate's contractual situation has also been lingering over the Reds throughout the season. Another issue has been Konate's woeful form this campaign. He was at fault for a crucial goal in Liverpool's 4-1 defeat to PSV Eindhoven in the Champions League, and he needlessly gave away a penalty against Leeds in the 3-3 draw at the weekend. Liverpool remains interested in signing Marc Guehi from Crystal Palace, another player who is out of contract in the summer. The Reds tried to sign Guehi during the previous transfer window but saw the move collapse at the last minute. Several teams are expected to make a move for Guehi next summer, so there's no guarantee Liverpool will sign the England international when he becomes available. Konate has been a key player for Liverpool since joining the club from RB Leipzig during the summer of 2021. He's played 153 games for the Reds, helping them win the Premier League title, the FA Cup, the Community Shield, and 2 Carabao Cups. Konate was also part of the team that reached the Champions League final in 2022, losing to Real Madrid in Paris. The defender's outstanding form for Liverpool helped him win his first senior cap for France in 2022, playing 26 times for his country since. He was even part of the France squad that reached the World Cup final in 2022, losing on penalties to Argentina. Konate is expected to be part of France's team for the upcoming World Cup in the United States, Canada, and Mexico next summer. Yet there are no guarantees the Liverpool defender will be called up by France boss Didier Deschamps. Konate will need to improve his form and perhaps resolve his long-term future if he's to make his country's squad for the biggest tournament in soccer. Mo Salah is emulating Cristiano Ronaldo. His Liverpool exit strategy won't end well. It feels like Salah has been reading from the same script as Ronaldo when launching his blistering attack on Liverpool. Back in 2022, Ronaldo found himself in the same position at Manchester United as Salah now does at Anfield. He knew his star had fallen. He knew his form and goals had dried up. He knew he'd become a liability to his club rather than an asset. And he knew he wanted to leave and cash in with a lucrative move to the Saudi Pro League. So he decided to find someone to blame but himself. Sound familiar? Ronaldo, just like Salah, had been brooding for months before he decided to strike, through the medium of the media. He aimed his fire at then United manager Erik ten Hag. He also made it clear he felt betrayed by United. United bosses explored the chance to sack Ronaldo for breach of contract, but following expert and expensive legal advice, United took the option to terminate his contract instead. There was a mutual agreement. United saved around £16 million in wages, while Ronaldo headed to Saudi via the World Cup in Qatar to sign a deal with Al Nassr worth the same amount per month. In short, Ronaldo got what he wanted, with the added bonus of leaving a trail of destruction behind him. It's safe to assume Liverpool's owners are now exploring their own options when it comes to dealing with their own disillusioned icon. Ronaldo's departure from Old Trafford represented the most explosive performance he put in during his second spell at United, and now Salah is making more significant headlines for what he does off the pitch as opposed to on it. The similarities are stark, because Salah could also end up in Saudi as well. Salah knows his footballing prowess is on the wane and his is no longer the main man in the Liverpool dressing room. Mohamed Salah given Steven Gerrard transfer option after Arne Slot Liverpool outburst. Major League Soccer teams San Diego and Chicago Fire could both be contenders to entice Mohamed Salah away from Liverpool following his public outburst over the weekend. The 33-year-old's future at Anfield is uncertain after he accused the club of neglecting him. Big names in football, such as David Beckham, Frank Lampard, Steven Gerrard, and most recently Lionel Messi, have all made the move to the United States. Over the weekend, Messi assisted Inter Miami in securing their first MLS Cup after defeating Thomas Muller's Vancouver Whitecaps 3-1. Salah, who was left out of the starting lineup by Arne Slot for a third consecutive game in Saturday's 3-3 draw with Leeds United, could be the next international star to make the transition to America. The Egyptian forward is one of Africa's most influential sports figures following his success with Liverpool. Speculation about what lies ahead for Salah has been rife in the past 48 hours, with interest from Saudi Arabia expected to resurface after Al Ittihad's failed £150 million bid for him in 2023. According to The Athletic, a move to the United States hasn't been ruled out. San Diego FC, owned by Egyptian-British billionaire Mohammed Mansour, has been mentioned as one of the clubs that would be a good fit for Salah. The 2025 expansion team topped the Western Conference this year, reports The Mirror. Chicago Fire are also reportedly targeting a global superstar. Following their unsuccessful pursuit of Neymar prior to his return to Santos, the Fire were among the contenders to secure Kevin De Bruyne after his departure from Manchester City. The Athletic reports that the club, backed by wealthy owner Joe Mansueto, made an approach for Salah before his contract extension in April. Following their emphatic victory at the weekend, Miami are also anticipated to be linked with Salah, with Jordi Alba's retirement set to release a designated player slot. It's understood that the Beckham-owned franchise has already mapped out strategies to fill the vacancy once the left-back departs the club. Nevertheless, no official announcement has been made as yet. Salah's future was thrown into uncertainty on Saturday evening following his post-match comments to journalists at Elland Road. "I'm very disappointed, to be fair. I have done so much for this club down the years and especially last season," he said. "Now I'm sitting on the bench and I don't know why. It seems like the club has thrown me under the bus. That is how I am feeling. I think it is very clear that someone wanted me to get all of the blame. I got a lot of promises in the summer, and so far I am on the bench for 3 games, so I can't say they keep the promise. I said many times before that I had a good relationship with the manager, and all of a sudden, we don't have any relationship. I don't know why, but it seems to me, how I see it, that someone doesn't want me in the club. This club, I always support it. My kids will always support it. I love the club. So much I will always do. I called my mum yesterday. You guys didn't know if I would start or not, but I knew. Mohamed Salah takes part in Liverpool training as Arne Slot faces selection dilemma. Mohamed Salah took part in an open session at Liverpool's training ground ahead of their Champions League encounter with Inter Milan on Tuesday evening. The squad was scheduled to train at 11:45 a.m. and there was uncertainty around whether Salah would be involved. However, he was spotted on the grass with the rest of his teammates. The veteran winger was left on the bench for the third successive Premier League match last weekend, with Slot choosing to keep him as an unused substitute against Leeds United. An identical situation unfolded the previous weekend during the victory over West Ham United. Salah was present at Liverpool's training ground on Sunday despite not featuring the day before. He has since been filmed returning to the AXA training center and took part in Monday's session, with Liverpool ramping up their preparations ahead of Tuesday's game against Inter Milan, having featured for merely 45 minutes across their last 3 fixtures. Salah has been left furious with his current situation and vented his frustrations during a candid interview in the mixed zone at Elland Road. "I don't know what to say," Salah said. "It's kind of funny. I couldn't believe it. It's a disappointing result for us as a team. We conceded silly goals. I could not help my teammates because I am on the bench. I could not believe I was sitting on the bench for 90 minutes. That's the 3rd time. It's the first time in my career, I think. I am very disappointed. I have done so much for this club over years, especially last season. It seems like the club has thrown me under the bus. That's how I feel it. Someone wants me to get all the blame. The club promised me a lot in summer. Now I'm on bench, so I can say they haven't kept those promises. I used to have a good relationship with Slot. Now we don't have any relationship. And I don't know why. It seems like someone does not want me in the club. I called my mum and dad and told them to come to the Brighton game. It doesn't matter if I play or not. I'm going to enjoy it. I am just going to be at Anfield and say goodbye to the fans before the African Cup of Nations, because I don't know what is going to happen when I am there. It's not acceptable to me, to be fair. If I was somewhere else, every club would protect its players. Now it's throw Mo under the bus because he is a problem in a team. I don't think I am a problem. I am not fighting for my position every day because I have earned it. I am not bigger than the club. I am not bigger than anything, but I have earned it. Liverpool line up special replacement for Ibrahima Konate as bid Reds will accept revealed. Liverpool are lining up Rennes centre-back Jeremy Jacquet as Ibrahima Konate's potential replacement if he leaves Anfield, according to reports. After winning the Premier League title in their first season under Arne Slot, Liverpool are having a nightmare defense of their crown, with the Reds currently 9th in the table. Their 3-3 draw against Leeds United on Saturday took their slump to a new level with just 4 wins fr. 15 matches in all competitions and unhappy Mohamed Salah. After starting on the bench against Leeds, the Egyptian took aim at Liverpool for throwing him under the bus while he revealed his relationship with Slot is currently broken. Liverpool have other issues too, with Konate's contract expiring in the summer and rumors Real Madrid and Paris Saint-Germain have been thinking of offering him a pre-contract agreement in January. A report in Football Insider has claimed that Liverpool will accept an offer of around £15 million for Ibrahima Konate in January if they can sign a replacement. If Liverpool can sign Crystal Palace defender Marc Guehi or another centre-back target, then decision-makers at Anfield would be willing to see Konate depart. Guehi was on the verge of joining Liverpool in the summer transfer window before Crystal Palace pulled the plug on the deal as the England international was having a medical, with Liverpool currently unable to agree a new deal with Konate. Sky Switzerland journalist Sacha Tavolieri has revealed that the Reds are considering a move for France under-21 international Jacquet. The 20-year-old has impressed in his 15 Ligue 1 appearances for Rennes this season with Liverpool scouting the Frenchman on multiple occasions. Tavolieri added, looking to bolster their defense and especially to guard against the potential departure of Ibrahima Konate. Liverpool have targeted one name, Jeremy Jacquet. The young defender has been scouted extensively this season, and each time, the Red scouts have come away with the same impression. This lad has something special. The Frenchman is currently one of the most sought-after players by the sporting management. This anticipated investment seems quite logical, especially considering that Konaté was also officially scouted by Liverpool this season. This is a hot topic. Last month, Jamie Carragher insisted that Liverpool will be absolutely fine if Konaté ends up leaving on a free transfer. As he's not Virgil van Dijk, Carragher told the Daily Mail, "I'd like him to stay, but if he doesn't stay, Liverpool will sign someone else. Liverpool won't fall apart if Konaté leaves. He's not Virgil van Dijk. He's a good centre-back who you hope will sign, but if he doesn't want to sign, Liverpool will be absolutely fine. He's a very good centre-back, he's a title winner at Liverpool, he's played in the Champions League final against Real Madrid. He's obviously a quality centre-back. It's not poor management if he goes for free. You can't physically make somebody sign a contract, then it's your decision. Do you keep him to the length of his contract or do you sell him?"
Thank you for watching. Like and comment, subscribe.